Hi, I'm Elaine Penhall and I'm talking to Kevin Scrubs about the mindset of a mentor. Mentoring is quite a tricky thing to balance, I think, Kevin, that it gets a little bit confused with training, with consultancy. Many of the mentees coming into the conversation will perhaps want some advice, some learning from your experience. How do you manage that to be able to share advice with them but not drop into a consultancy role?
Yeah, I think it's so important to have the first conversation, the first Zoom meeting, and understand the mentee very well and understand what they're looking for. And you have been matched very, very well initially. So you're picking up from that point and you're building the foundations of the relationship on that first meeting. And they're all very individual. So it's just developing from that first stage onwards, really, and continually developing.
I think, yeah, that sounds great. And one of the things that I would talk about when I was running training programs for mentors in my previous career was very much around permission. So at the point where somebody appears to be either struggling or maybe saying, what do you think? Then I would always encourage mentors to check out the permission that they've got and at what level that permission has been given. So it might be, okay, I understand what you're going through. I've been through something similar in my business. Would you like me to share some of my experience with you? And somebody then has permission to say, that would be great. Equally, they have permission, if you do it in the right way, to say, hang on to that for a minute. What I'd like to think about first is, so they can say, actually, maybe, but not right now. And you're fine with that, but you're asking permission. And it may also be, we talked off camera about leading questions.
Yes.
You know, that you felt earlier as though maybe sometimes you were being asked by your mentee a leading question where they were trying to get information, you know, or experience from you without that necessarily being kind of out in the open.
Yeah, I think we have to remember that we're doing this for the benefit of the mentee and we're doing it at their pace, and we've not got to put too much emphasis on what we would do or how we would do it. We've got to give them examples and we've got to give them options. And again, when you get to know them better, you know their character. Option A might be, I'm not going to mention that because that's out of their comfort zone and it's not their character. So I'm just going to talk about option B and C and see how they feel about that. So again, it's really how good an understanding you've built up that allows you to give advice, but always remember you're not telling somebody what to do. You're supporting somebody in achieving their objectives, not yours.
Yeah, so what you're remembering then as a mentor is that you are perhaps with permission, you're sharing experience, sharing things that you have done in the past. What you're not trying to do is to tell your mentee how they should be running their business or an aspect of their life.
No, absolutely. We're there for their benefit and we're there to support and guide.
Brilliant. Thank you.